Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, everybody who's in the room. How y'all doing? I'm coming with a bare face because y'all, we are going to do a skincare conversation with Marlene Motivates. I'm super excited to have her here. And I'm super excited to have y'all here tuning in with me. I have a lot of questions, okay? I have a lot of questions for her, and I'm coming with my full self today. My hair, me, my skin. This is authentically unique speaks. And with or without makeup, this is your girl, okay? And I'm excited about this. And if anybody has dry skin like me, you know, you may be very educated with me because we're the same. Um, Blemishes, breakouts, stuff like that. Um, what else? I have one thing that I know, better eating, better intake of whatever I'm taking in my body, and stress, all those things I believe to have contribute to this. So speaking with Marlene Motivates, we are going to get truly, truly motivated. So if you're in the room, you have oily skin, you have dry skin, you have combination skin, I will open up for questions in the comment section that we will ask Marlene. But if y'all just bear with me as me and Marlene will have a conversation on a personal tip just about me. And if you catch any gems from there, awesome. And then we're going to open up with questions from the chat. Okay, y'all. So I thank y'all so much for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on if you don't mind. And if you haven't already, make sure you go over to Marlene Motivates and subscribe to her channel. She's always doing some great motivational speaking over there, bringing awareness to this platform. And I am just super excited to be connected to her. So without further ado, I am going to bring in Marlene Motivates. Hey, Marlene.
I was muted. Hi.
Okay. Oh, y'all, super excited to have her here. We have
Thank you so
people in
much.
the room. And so I already done kind of like introduce to them, kind of let them know that me and you are going to have a conversation first, and maybe anybody in the comment section that may have dry skin, and maybe dealing with blemishes and, some routines that we may gather that together. But after our conversation, I'll go to the comment section and see if they have any questions for you, and then you're welcome to go at it.
Okay, sure.
Okay. So first I want to say, I remember you were on my live back when I was with Always Tam Tam and we was doing our makeup and stuff like that. And I had the bare face then, and I believe I began to talk about, how I felt about my skin. And immediately, you was like, you know what, I'm an esthetician, I can give you some tips. And you was in the comment section and you was just throwing those gems out. And I'm just telling you, like, not everybody's willing to do that. Okay, like some people, they were like, you're gonna have to pay for me, you have to come to me, you're gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? So for you to openly and willingly, with that beautiful heart of yours, to throw those gems out there, I am super grateful. My breakouts have been minimized because of your tip of moisturizing my face for 3 minutes. So that was a great tip that I gathered from you. And then some of the products I could use, which I have my pen and paper here today so I can write down some recommendations. So I want to give you the opportunity while I, probably just put some little curls in my side of my hair right here. And to kind of just introduce yourself to everyone here and anyone who's catching the replay.
Okay, sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Marlene. I have many YouTube channels, not just one. I have Marlene Motivates, which is my inspirational, positive channel. My other channel is Marlene Reviews, where I review products. And my other channel is my vlogging channel, which is Life with Marlene. So those are my three channels. But the channel that I want to talk to you guys about is my Marlene Reviews, because that's where I review products and where I talk about different things. So that's the channel I'm trying to share. But I thank Unique Speaks for inviting me on her platform because I will say, not everybody, especially in the Black community, we think about everything else besides our skin, which is, let's keep it real 100%. We're thinking about providing for our families, having a roof over our head, having food in our stomach, and whatever, and having some means to be able to get some things that we want. But we have to learn to broaden our thinking to think not just more of the outward. We have to think about the inward, and that's part of self-care and self-love. So the more that I started getting into loving myself, I said, just like I love to see my skin improve and get better, I said I want to put that out there and help somebody else to have better skin. And it not only helps when your skin looks better, you feel better being barefaced. And now, like today, I come to you guys, no foundation on. I just have on lipstick and some eyeshadow. So I said, I want to show you guys that you guys can do the same thing, but it's just about awareness and thinking about yourself sometimes, because I think a lot of times, especially as women, we give to your spouse, you give to your kids, you give to your siblings, but you don't give anything to yourself. So I'm here to encourage you to give yourself some self-love.
Awesome. And I'm super excited. I'm just super excited, y'all. And y'all already know my energy, so y'all bear with me because I'm gonna be extra because I'm always am. So just like you did say, Marlene, which I appreciate that we do focus on the other things, in our life that, that seems to just overtake us, and we don't think about the skin and stuff like that. And which I'm I have now opened up myself spiritually, going on this spiritual journey that God has me on. And as I dug into my spiritual life, getting into his word, knowing this, how important that I am to him, I began to realize how important I am to myself. And with that journey, I came back to my skin. I got back to my own hair. And so I'm like so vulnerably opening up right now. This is like the only person knows is me and God. But this right here is different for me, just to be confident in my skin. I'm not ashamed of my skin and what it looks like. And I am super excited to walk into a new journey for my skin and my hair. So, I just wanted to expound on that because it does, like, we don't think about our spiritual journey. We don't think about our skincare, our hair, our health, inside of our bodies, enough because of everything else that's going on around us. And so now we have you. I want to open up the conversation with you as far as, when you started your journey, what did that look like for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, did you just start kind of trying all kind of products? Because that's what I was doing, and not even knowing that I had identified myself to have oily skin. So I was just trying everything, and some things worked and some didn't. I didn't keep up with it. So I now have a lot of product that I just have. So what did that look like for you, when you started getting into your skincare?
Right. So I think I've always kind of been into skincare in general. Well, I used to always be in my mom's stuff, and she'd be like, "Girl, you get out my stuff." So, I wanted, because you go to the store, you get overwhelmed. It doesn't matter what store you go to, a department store, a regular grocery store. You want to know, like, you pick up the item and you want to know, okay, they're saying this is good for your skin, but is it really? So I didn't want
Mhm.
to guess. I wanted to have the information so that I could be informed myself, but also to inform my customers.
Okay. Okay. So you was always into skin care, from your mom. So I can understand that. And that is relatable because my mom wasn't. Like, my mom, she would put on some makeup every now and then, but my mom was natural. Like, she didn't try to wear makeup unless she was going, somewhere or occasion like that. And so when I was younger, I definitely was a person who just wore my bare skin. Just in probably my middle daughter, she's now 6. So 6 years ago is when I got into the makeup the way that I am now. So I haven't been that person that always wore makeup. I was always okay and comfortable within my own skin. And so now I want to get back to that. When I go back to old pictures and stuff, I look at before the makeup, I'm like, wow, even if I wasn't taking care of my skin like that, it wasn't like this. So just looking at my skin alone, knowing that I have oily skin, and okay, let me ask this question first. I know that stress can contribute to some skin, you know, mishaps. Like, can you just kind of give me some information on that? Because I noticed that as I began to de-stress in this last week, and just overnight, I noticed that I had a breakout on one side, and this morning it's gone. Like, just because I knew I was going through some things. And so over last night, God delivered me, y'all. Oh my God. But anyway, I just noticed that my skin was like this flare up was gone when I was washing my face this morning. So can you just talk to me a little bit about, stress and what it can also do to our skin?
Right. So we all know that there is three layers of the skin. We have the three layers of the skin. And because of anytime you are under stress, like, especially if you think about it as women, especially during your monthly or when that's coming up, you see you get the breakouts then, but also you get the breakouts when you're under extreme pressure, or if you're dealing with a health issue and problem, you'll start seeing like little fine bumps. That's called milia that breaks out, and it kind of looks like a heat rash. So we are affected by our situation, and that's why I like to always encourage my clients to the best of your ability. Take, even if it's 10 to 15 minutes every day, it's not a lot of time. As a man or as a woman, take 10 to 15 minutes for your self-care. And for me, that's just sitting in a quiet space and just taking time to meditate on how much I'm loved and all the blessings that I have. For me, that's my quiet time, and then I pray. So that helps me to de-stress. And before, when I wasn't doing that, you just get up and run and jump off the bed, and then you run
Yeah,
about your day. I find that you're not as centered or balanced as you could be, because that's what the stress, and then you start breaking out. All of that is affected into your skin, but also your diet. I know people don't want to hear that, but it's true. um, I didn't know that once I started getting into skincare, it actually changed the way I viewed what I was going to eat anymore, because I'm like, listen, you can't go and be telling people to eat a good diet and you over here, you know, doing all of this. So I had to become more conscious about what I was putting in my mouth, because we have to understand that our body is a temple. And and it's how you treat that gift. Do you view your body as a temple, or you're just, I do what I want? It's two different ways. You can either choose to let God be in control of your life or your thinking, or do you feel that you can control your body? This is my personal view. But when I started to get deep into it like that, that my body is a temple, it's a gift. And I also like to reflect on how God says that he loved me before I was formed in my mother's belly. So he's loved me from conception. So I have to take more care of what he has given me.
absolutely. And I'm so happy that we can relate with that story, because I'm not new to this, but at the same time, everybody's journey is different. But you're absolutely right about the spiritual journey and seeing our body as a temple. And this is just my opinion, that it did not start for me until I start the spiritual journey, until I dedicated myself. And I didn't roll right into getting to where I am today. It started literally just sticking to building my relationship with God. Let me just stay there, taking those baby steps. And as I got deeper, like you said, I did the same thing. And I think it's going to operate the same way for some of us all. But once we realize that God loves us so much, you know what I'm saying? And we neglect to love ourselves the same. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do God love me so much? Like, look in the mirror, like, why do God, like, look at me? Like, look, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would God love me? Like, I got this going on, I got my hair falling out, this and that, but he loves you beyond what you can actually see.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
What
Beyond that.
what I
So
what I like to reflect on unique is something somebody told me a long time, that we have to learn to see ourselves as God does. And
mm,
I think that that is the struggle. Sometimes we only see our imperfections, but God doesn't see that. He sees us in a perfect state. So anytime when my mind goes there, I said, no, Marlene, I go back and I said, see yourself like God does, not how other people see.
mhm. Exactly. Exactly. And I just, want to go into the diet thing that you were talking about, because again, this is our temple. And no matter where, because we got 15 people here, like, hey y'all, wherever you are in your life, it takes steps. And I know that a lot of information that may come forth is like, oh, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this, and it's not going to look like that. I just want to put that disclaimer out on a personal tip, like it just doesn't look like that. And my skin looks the way it does because I focused in one area, and that was my personal journey with God. And now he says, I'm ready to open you up. Now you got me balanced. Now we can add some more to it. So I'm adding skincare and hair care. So with the skincare, we talked about the stresses. We talked about, those monthly menstruals that we as women have, and the pressure of life that causes us to break out, but also degressing to a diet and that self-care, because this is all self-care too. When you took that moment, 10, 15 minutes for yourself, you're like, okay, I've been eating a little wrong. You had time to think about it. So with me knowing now I got the stress out, I got the pressure away. Now I need to eat better. And I want to know what that looks like. I know water has a lot to do with it, which I got to do better with myself. So tell me some other things that we should be not consuming so much of, and or what type of diets, or because I don't like to say the word diet because then I feel like I stick to it, but definitely some habits that I can, incorporate to help, especially with my breakouts, or even helping with the blemishes. Like, does all of that, the dieting, help with blemishes and as well
Yes.
as care? Okay.
It
So
does,
this
because I've seen when I change my diet, see, we have to learn to slow down on all white things, which is salt, sugar, flour, pasta, white rice. Anything
okay.
white is going to affect us. It's going to cause us to gain weight. That too much salt, of course, it causes hypertension and all of those things. There's nothing wrong with having things in moderation. And one of the things that has truly helped me with my experiences, because I call mine a journey, not a diet. So I just started working on one thing at a time. When I first started, I didn't. When I became an esthetician, I never even used to drink water. I was only drinking soda and juice.
Mm,
So I said, okay, we're going to take baby steps. So I got a little bottle, and I started having a little small one. And then I started getting a bigger one. And then you start feeling different, because true transparency, when you start drinking more water, it's going to affect you. Your stomach is going to get flatter, leaner. You're going to drop some pounds. You're going to feel better in your clothes, and your skin is going to improve. So when I started seeing, like, okay, you do this and now you get that, then I was like, let me get
mm.
to then I was like, give me a big old jug.
Got you. With the water intake, how did you? Because I was just trying to, because I know my brain, and I'm trying to slow my brain down just a little bit with the water intake. Like, how did you start that journey? When it came to water, like when you say you start seeing the results, like what did that look like for you?
Okay, so when I first started, I just started drinking one bottle of water a day. I know that does not sound like a lot, but to never drink water, just start small. I always say don't do too much. Anything, even with your skincare routine, do something. I always speak about things being realistic and reasonable. So if it's not realistic and real to you, you're not going to keep it up. It has to
Mhm.
be realistic and real for you. So,
Mhm.
so that helped me. So I not only keep a food journal, but I keep a skincare journal.
Okay. Skincare journal. All right, y'all. If y'all see me looking down, I'm writing down. Look, this is not gonna happen all the time. Okay, so we gotta take advantage of what we have in the room today. Okay. Oh, Marlene, I'm super excited to have you here. Okay,
Oh,
so
thank
the one
you.
bottle a day. And so I'm gonna take that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't even do that sometimes. But I need to make sure if I can just start my goal off with just one bottle a day, like that's going to be magnificent for my body. So my body be like,
Mhm.
what? I ain't getting none at all,
Yeah.
sometimes. So, I definitely wrote that down, one bottle a day. And I look forward to that growing,
Mhm.
I also like that you said you have a skincare journal. Now, what are some things, just some tips to throw at me on what to put in your journal? Like, are you talking about different products that you used, or when you ate this what happened?
Anything that your skin is going through, like, okay, say if you're having some breakouts, like, I don't know what happened, I'm starting to get some breakouts on my forehead, and then it makes me, why I said I went to having a food journal is because then I can go over to my journal and say what has changed in the past week. So it's like I can be accountable and be like, oh yeah, I did have those cookies and brownies, yeah, or I had that fried chicken. So once you start seeing that, okay, when I have this is the result. So it makes you change behaviors when you can see, okay, I did this and this is what happens. It's about results driven.
Yes, yes. That makes a lot of sense. To definitely, because I know my first page is going to be about stress. You know what I'm saying? Just to know what my skin looks like right now is recovering, but I just know that a big part of it was my water intake was not good. And I was stressing about my new journey, that I just stepped out into this year as far as my new business. So it's like, a lot of things was just stressing me out: marriage, children, disciplining myself with time management. So all those things were just overwhelming to me because I felt this pressure, like you said, pressure, stress, menstruals. Those are like things that causes these mishaps in my skin. So it's like I can just definitely relate with everything you just said when it came to that, because looking back, I can write down all those things in my journal on my day one, because those are things I recognize that I was under pressure, stressing, and don't even talk about the water because I mean that was seldom. I mean, I am like almost saddened at myself that our body needs water. You know what I'm saying? And that I didn't wasn't giving it that much. So I'm definitely going to
Yeah.
make that my day one.
Okay, let me give you a recommendation, because my
Okay.
dad used to, when I was growing up, my dad always used to have a bottle of water on the nightstand. And my dad always told me from I was a little
Okay.
girl to start off your day with water. So as soon as you wake up in the morning, see if you can have one of the, even if you get the little mini waters, and start off your day, just even if it's 4 ounces of water, 3 ounces of water.
Okay.
I'm telling you, after a while, you're going to be like, you finish that little one, be like, that's not enough. You're gonna be surprised. You be like, "Oh yeah, you go, girl. Drink some
Got you.
more."
I'm writing it down. I
Yeah,
am writing that down. A bottle of water on the nightstand. So that way you wake up, because I don't leave out my room right away in the morning. Like you said, I have an hour, I have to get to God, because Lord, I've came from a mighty long way. So I dedicate my first hour of my day. So when I get up, I'm gonna look at my nightstand, or I may put it in my area right here, because this is where I go. So, and if I
right.
have that right there looking at it, I know what I need to do. So that is a great tip, and I'm gonna follow back up with you, let you know how that's going,
Okay,
because I'm gonna
good.
do. I'm definitely gonna
And
do
I
that. I wrote that.
also, if you look on Amazon, only when you're ready. But I found a really nice water bottle, and it's an encouraging water bottle for me. It was like, oh, pretty good. Drink a little more. You're almost there. And
Okay.
they say, yay, you did it. To me, it was like goals. I feel like I'm having goals accomplished every time I
Got
see,
you.
the it's going down, and you can read what's on the side, like, okay, drink a little more, you're almost there. And it's like, yay, you did it. I feel like I accomplished.
Yes.
It's
I
like,
saw
I don't
those
know.
in
Maybe
Burlington.
it's a kitty thing, but for me, it
No, no,
encourages
no.
me.
Yeah, I get that, and I've always wanted to have one of those bottles. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I've always wanted to have one of those bottles. I've seen them when other people have them. They're drinking it. I think I want to say that I saw it in Big Lots, Burlington's, and I think even Walmart. So, and I got Amazon down here too because I don't be trying to go in the stores that much
Yeah.
anymore. So I wrote down Amazon, and I'm gonna get that. Now, did you get because I did see those same ones with the motivational speeches on it. Did you see like the big ones, or were there small ones? Did they come in
They
all
have
sizes?
all different
Yeah.
sizes. Hmm.
Okay. So I got that down. So let me get back to my questions.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So how can I resolve breakouts, without drying out my skin? Because I have oily skin. And so therefore I'm scared. And I'm just gonna be honest with you because I'm so tired of the breakouts that I don't want to put anything on my face. If it's dry, I feel like everything will dry up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna dry up the pore or dry up the bumps or something like that. So I try not to use anything because I feel like it breaks me out. I mean, I could put like I just put moisturizer on. I feel like if I don't do anything, like if I don't wash my face off and get that off in the morning, I'm gonna have a breakout. So I'm kind
Mhm.
of like torn right there. So how can I resolve breakouts without drying out my skin?
Well, I always say it depends on what skin issue that you're having at the time. Like, we have to understand that you have to treat different parts of your skin differently. If you have one area of your skin that's dry, treat that as dry skin. Most of the time, we treat the whole face and just say we are oily, where we could have certain parts, like my nose is dry. And then my forehead, sometimes like I get scaly in between my eyebrows and here. So I treat this area as dry skin, and I treat the rest of my skin as normal. So
Okay.
treat your skin in whatever it is. And don't be afraid to treat your skin, like give your skin what it needs. Just like our hair and our body, our skin tells us, like, when it's dry, it's like, can you give me some moisture? If it's oily, it's like we got to find out how to reduce that oil. Maybe you're not using the right products, or maybe you're not cleansing enough. It's a lot of things that go into that.
Got you. I
Mhm.
wrote that down. Treat every area accordingly,
Yeah.
which I wouldn't have thought of because I was thinking if I put the oil, where the dry is, it's gonna roll down. you know,
Mhm.
I think the mindset, just knowing what to expect, is gonna truly help me here because that's something I didn't know, and so it veered me away from trying it or thinking of that way because you just don't know what you're doing. So this is
Right.
how beneficial this conversation is to me.
Yeah. And I will recommend that when you guys are working on your skin, especially if you're having breakouts, like, be really careful about your fingers, because fingers carry so much bacteria. And I would recommend, especially if you're having breakouts, I wear gloves. Anytime I have a breakout, I wear gloves when I treat that area of my skin, so that you're not spreading it into different areas of your skin. I buy, what are they called?
Okay.
Neoprene gloves, not the
Night
latex ones. I think they're neoprene.
cream. Okay.
So I like to.
Is that like the ones that also like um they like cloths but they're gloves? Is that
No,
something like
it's just
okay.
that they're smooth. It's just that it's non-latex free, because a lot of people are allergic to latex. So you want to be careful with that. Why I say use gloves. I use gloves with my hair, but that's another topic. But you have to think about it. If you are have some breakouts here, and then you take whatever you have going on here and rub it up here, what are you doing? You're spreading it. So when I'm treating breakouts, I put on my gloves, I treat that area, take off, clean it, cleanse it, do everything I need to, then take off my gloves, wash my hands, and treat the rest that is not having breakouts. So that way I'm not spreading things around.
Okay, I understand. I understand that. Now, do you okay, let me make sure I answer this question ask this question right. Say for instance, you have a decent face that day, you don't have any breakouts, you don't have any dry patches, your everything is kind of like, they working together for the good, right? So would you then do that full face wash, then not with your hands, still using gloves, which I'm definitely gonna make sure I wrote that down, but would you do a full face then, or would you still try to deal with areas?
Well, first of all, let me start off by telling everybody what the steps are of cleaning your skin. You should always start off first with a cleanser. You always want to make sure your skin is clean, and that's based on what you have going on. And don't be afraid to have different ones. Like I have one for normal skin for parts of my face, and I also have a cleanser for my dry skin for my nose and here. So cleanse in sections. And then when I'm done with that, never cleanse your rinse whatever's on your face off with hot water. It's a no. Never wash your face with hot water because hot water brings bacteria to your skin. So not
Wow.
it doesn't have to be cold or anything, but never put like hot water. I always love that. And my teacher was like, "No, stop that, stop that." And then she said, "That's
Wow.
why my skin was always dry. I was drying out my skin." So we don't
Wow.
understand sometimes the things that we're doing because we enjoy it. I like the warm water, but make it warm, but don't make it hot.
Wow.
Yeah, so after you're cleansing, oh, and another tip, guys, when you're cleansing, use some of those cleansing pads if you have them. um, if you're taking off your makeup before, so make sure you take off your makeup first, because a lot of times, especially as women, if you're wearing makeup, we'll just go and wash our face and then you stop. First you need to remove whatever's on your face, so like some cleansing wipes or baby wipes. So do a first cleansing and then do a regular cleansing. And like I've told you before, a cleansing should be at least 3 minutes. And then after you finish cleansing, then you can go into whatever toner that you need based on your skincare needs. If you have oily skin, I would recommend something like a witch hazel. If you have dry skin, I would say something more like rose water. Normal skin, you probably could use rose water too, but normal skin most of the time doesn't even need a toner because the skin is okay. But you could use rose water. Rose water and witch hazel are my two favorite, and it's inexpensive. So
Okay. So you said
after,
witch hazel is like a toner?
yes,
Oh, okay. And you use the toner after the cleansing.
yes.
Got you. Okay. You can go on. I just want to make sure
Okay.
I got my notes.
Okay, so if your skin is dry or you're seeing like patches and stuff, you probably need to use a scrub. And you have to be careful with scrubs that you don't use something too abrasive or too harsh. So you want to look at your scrub and you want to see how big the chunks or the pieces are. So if it looks like it really big granules, I wouldn't recommend using that on acne skin. I always like to err on the side of caution and use a smaller, a finer grain of a scrub, something that's really gentle for the skin, because you don't want to ruin the other layers of your skin as well by over exfoliating. So just enough, maybe about 30 seconds to a minute, just on this, whatever sections that you're working on. And then when you rinse that off with some cool water, then you're going to want to go into whatever mask you need based on your skincare. Um, if your skin is dry, I would say something like a aloe vera, cucumber type of mask, because that's going to bring moisture into your skin. If you have oily skin, I recommend more like charcoal or a clay mask. Um, Normal skin, you could use either one. It doesn't matter, but those are my recommendations for mask. And then after, when the mask is removed, make sure when you're removing your mask that you use, if you use washcloths, never use colored washcloths, because the dyes that is in washcloths causes you to have breakouts. I see wellness with frugal mama says combination skin. So with combination skin, you would use whatever you're using for dry skin on whatever skin is dry, and whatever skin is normal, use that. So you have to blend your skincare based on what your skin needs. So use the dry skin products for where your skin is dry, and use the normal skin products for where your skin is normal. um so okay, we just finished with masks. Yeah, so guys, never use colored washcloths on your skin. I found that out when I was going in school. I went home and I threw out all my colored washcloths. I would I hate to tell y'all, because we love it, we think it's so pretty, the colored towels, it's not even good for your body either. Sorry y'all.
Mm.
Go to white only, because you could bleach it and it's more hygienic. All, you don't know what dyes and colors that's in that, and it affects your body skin too. So on the air of caution, I would say only white washcloths. And then go into your moisturization. So it depends on what kind of moisture that you need. Do you have dry skin, so you need a heavier moisturizer? Or do you have oily skin? If you have oily skin, you want to go more to a gel moisturizer, because it's not going to be heavy. Um, let's see. If your skin is more combination, I would say use a light one, because you don't want to use a heavy formulation like for a dry skin, because it's going to make you look oily in certain areas and dry in another. So, yeah, that would be my recommendation. I don't know if you have any questions.
I do. um, okay, I want to go back to um, where you was talking about using the small grain scrubs, and that is for like when you're exfoliating, you said.
Mhm.
And is that for acne areas or acne prone areas, or
Well,
like when would you
it
use
depends
that?
on what's going on. Is it, see, there's different levels to acne. Is it just where you had some hyperpigmentation from where you have previous breakouts and you have scarring, or is it when it has the pus inside of it? So you want to be careful. It depends on what it is. If it's from a previous, you can use a thicker, a bigger granule. But if you have something that's about to burst, I wouldn't recommend using or aggravating it. I would err on the caution of saying skip that scrub until you get those breakouts under control, and just stick with the cleansing, the toning, and the moisturization, and the mask. The mask is very important, especially for those who have acne prone skin, because the mask pulls out all of the impurities. Daily Life says, what about clogged pores? Most of the time, clogged pores is stemmed from you not using a scrub, and you're not using a mask, and it's all that backup bacteria that's left. So that's why the skin clogs, and most of the time, that's what causes you to have the breakout.
Got you. Got you. Now, mm, I know towards the end, I'm going to probably ask you some recommendation on products
Okay.
um, as well. But before I get there, my other question that I had really quick was there any other tips on removing the mask? I know you stated if we use washcloth, but is there any other recommendations on removing the mask?
Yeah. So it depends on what kind of mask that you have on. If it's one of those gel masks, you're not going to have to use like heavy to remove it. You can just use some water and splash it off. But if you have the heavy duty mask, like the clay mask or the charcoal mask, because those are the ones that you put on and you leave it and let it dry onto your skin. So you need something a little like I like to use not the washcloths, you know, the ones, what are the hand cloths, the hand towels. So I take that and I will soak that in some warm water, and then um, put it in sections. So clean one section and fold it over. You always want to remember that you want to keep a clean area of the towel so that you're not distributing more bacteria back into the skin. So you clean a section and you turn the washcloth over and you wipe again. So that way you're always going to have a clean area. You got to understand the skin does not like, you know, when you're using your hands, if you didn't clean your hands good or you're not using gloves, you're going to start causing more trouble, more harm than good.
Got you. Okay. I
And
just
you
want
can
to
also use
also,
those cotton rounds to remove it. You know, the wide ones. You can use that too.
okay. Well, I know I wrote down every step when it comes to the cleansing of the face routine. And in the cleansing, routine, from making sure we're cleansing 3 minutes, don't use hot water, which, Lord, that's what I've been using. Lord, I did not know
Me
that. So,
too. That was me too. I love it because it feels so good on your skin. I'm like, I
yes,
love it. And she's like, stop it.
got you. So you were saying like more like lukewarm or not warm at all.
Lukewarm to cool.
Got you. And then the cleansing pads prior, like especially if you're wearing makeup, remove the makeup first before going into the cleansing process. And then the witch hazel, which I wrote down for myself because I'm oily. So witch hazel for a toner after I've finished cleansing. And exfoliate, is that something, because I wrote it down on the side, like is that something I should be doing every day
No,
or only?
exfoliating is, I would say, it's as needed. I feel like the more that you start getting into your skin, you're going to know when you need it, because if you still feel like you got something on your skin, like especially if you've been out all day in the elements, or you've been around a lot of dust and dirt, or I would say at least once a week, sometimes depending on what you do, twice a week, but not really more than that. I would say nobody needs more than two exfoliations a week.
Got you. Okay. And the masking, you would recommend that into that routine, that skincare
Yes,
routine.
yes.
And I want to just ask one question about the mask, because you mentioned charcoal, and
Mhm.
I don't even have my product up here with me, but I've tried that one where it does dry onto your face, but you peel it off. Do you recommend that? Or is that
I
like a good?
see. It depends. Really depends on the brands, because there are some brands that's just not good. It doesn't matter what what it is that you use in the product line, and then there's some that, yeah, it's good. So it depends on what product line that you're using.
Okay. Okay. And we're going to be removing the mask or whatever we used for our masking,
Mhm.
either white towels. We throwing away all our colored towels,
Right, right,
for the hand towel gloves, and making sure that we're using the clean sides of those rags as we're wiping off each section,
right.
and then we're moisturizing the skin. For dry skin, you recommended a gel moisturizer. So
Mhm.
that is something that I did not know that even existed, or that I should, you know what I'm saying, that I should even get.
Right.
So with this routine, I want to open up to the comment section and just see if we have any questions. I know Dee just said, do you guys have a way to get rid of acne? And she did answer that question, but if Marlene, if you want to, expound on that one just a little bit, but if you can, I just do want to move on to another question, and hopefully that everybody will catch the replay because we did ask some of those questions.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So most of the time, acne is from a few things. Either it's your diet. Most of the time, acne breakouts come from a diet too rich in oil, so too much fried food. Um, Also, not cleansing and exfoliating enough, and also not drinking enough water and not having a good skincare routine. Because most of the time, like when I used to have acne on my skin. I wish I had kept a photo journal of how my skin used to look about 7 years ago. It was bad. And it was because I would put on my makeup and come home, actually go to bed in it. Because I said, I just wake up in the morning and I just refresh a little bit, touch a little dab, and back out the door. And you're making that bacteria stay on your skin, and then you're pouring more on top of it, more on top of it. So it's not a good thing. So I would recommend, first start off, make sure that you have a cleanser. And even if you all you do is cleanse, you use a toner and a moisturizer. Those three things can change your skin. Some people actually have to use a scrub. For a person who has scaly or flaky dry skin, those are the only ones that I would recommend that has to use a scrub.
Okay. Didi was also saying that she tends to eat a lot of sweets, but yet she also drinks a lot of water. Could this is just my opinion. Like, do you think that we can work against what we're trying to do? Like, if you're still eating wrong, but you're drinking a bunch of water, are you really gonna see results?
Yeah, you will see, and it's not just in your skin; it's your whole body. For me, when I started drinking more water, it gave me more mind focus. Like I don't know, it was like crazy. Like I started thinking more clearly. I was like, what is this? Like I used to always have to like forget things. People would tell me stuff, and I don't remember nothing. And it's because I wasn't flushing out all of the impurities I had in my body. So it helps more than just your skin. It helps your mind. It helps your regulate your weight. Lots of things.
Okay. So Didi also, she says sometimes when she puts on makeup, her skin gets irritated.
Mhm. And it could be, it's not just the makeup too. Make sure when you guys are looking for products, make sure you look on it and it says non-chemogenic, because that chemogenic means breakouts. So certain products, unfortunately, certain products from mainstream, they're just about making money. So they know the products that they put in there, like petroleum or different things, because it's cheap. It's easy for them to manufacture and make that. So that's why you're paying $2 or $3 for it, because it didn't cost them nothing to make it. So people say, "Oh, that's expensive to pay $15 just for a cleanser," but your skin will thank you later.
Um, um, We have Mama Patty. She says she used a mint julep mask by Queen Helene. She said it's for oily and acne prone skin. Since when she mentioned that, it made me remember the question that I have for you about any recommendations on products. It could be, for me, I want to be on the affordable side, but yet I do want quality, at the same
Right.
time. So, do you have any recommendations for? And I guess for all the steps here, a good cleanser recommendation, witch hazel, which that's pretty simple, but the
Yeah.
the cleanser recommendations on exfoliating scrubs, um, type of charcoal or clay mask, um, and gel moisturizers or any type of moisturizers, any type of product recommendations.
Okay. So for on the affordable like drugstore, my favorite is CeraVe. CeraVe has a great line, and
Sarah.
it's made with ceramides and like hyaluronic acid. So they have a lot of great products in there. Also, another good product line is Aveeno. Aveeno has a little bit more range than CeraVe, but I'm a CeraVe baby. I'm not changing from CeraVe, But Aveeno has more things. Like I think Aveeno now has like scrubs and lots of different things. And I like to stay in, stick to one line.
Mhm.
Because sometimes when you mix and match, like your skin doesn't like it. So if you find that you can find more products in Aveeno, then stick to that one. Or if you find more in CeraVe, stick to that one. See, because they're using the same type of ingredients, your skin's gonna get used to that, and it's gonna get more benefit than if you're using one product from this line, one from another. Your skin can get confused.
Got you. And Sarah V, that is Sarah, and that's V like VEE or
It's CERA, VE.
oh, hold on, spell that again.
CERA,
CERA.
VE.
Oh my gosh, I would have been looking for Sarah V and she would have been there. Okay, so just because I know we have a lot of different ladies in the room, Sarah V and Aveeno, these two recommended brands, do they have product for all skin types?
Well, yes, I think they have for almost everybody. I've seen so many, and now they have things for like younger people. They have for acne prone, for sensitive skin, for oily. So I like CeraVe for that. But also Aveeno has a wider range because they have things for like more like for like sun protection, like sunscreen, and which where CRV does not have as much. So it depends on what is your needs for your skin.
Got you. That definitely sums up everything. Because if I can get my, choose a brand and get my cleanser, get my exfoliator, the mask, and the moisturizing, all in that one brand. So that's what you're recommending, to stick with that one
Stick
brand.
with one brand. Hmm.
Okay. I want to make sure that if anybody in the comment section, y'all have any questions for Miss Marlene, and she says that she would like to brand this on her, as you said, Marlene reviews.
Yes.
Okay, so y'all go over and check out Marlene reviews. I will make sure that I update the tag in this video, so everybody will gravitate it to that for you. But we have an esthetician, y'all, in the room. So if y'all have any questions, like, this is that opportunity to ask those questions. And as an esthetician, Marlene, I have a quick question. Now, tell me if you like, of course, because you're an esthetician, you're probably going to say yes, but what is the how often should we actually see an esthetician for ourselves?
Well, it depends on what you have going on with your skin. See, my thing is, even though I feel like my skin is pretty good, I go for my stress relief. It's my personal care thing. So it's not always just to treat your skin. It's for whenever you feel like you need, just like how you spend money on your hair and get do your nails, the same thing with your skin. As often as you feel like you need to get your hair done and your nails done, you need to also do take care of your skin.
Got you. Got you. Let's make sure I ain't missing nobody. If anybody got any questions, I'm gonna pop it up on the screen so Marlene can ask. We have about 7 more minutes because I do have something else to do. And Marlene, she's an esthetician. She's a professional one. So therefore she has her own things to do as well. So if you all want to ask those questions, go ahead. Can you tell me just some other things that an esthetician offers to its clients? It's, I know skincare, but is there any other things that an esthetician offers?
Yeah, we also do waxing, body care like body wraps, microdermabrasion. I'm trying to think of some services, hydro services like to help you to get the moisture in your skin. Um, so I can't, of course, I can't think of everything off the top of my head, but I know there's a lot of things that is offered. It's not just getting a facial; it's also things for your body like getting what is it called, like acne, because a lot of people get acne on their back. So just like you would get a facial for your skin, your face, you can also get one for your back to get body treatments.
Got you.
Mhm.
We have one question in the room. Wellness with Frugal Mama. She says best facial hair removal.
For me personally, I would say laser hair removal or waxing.
Waxing or you said
Laser hair removal.
laser hair removal. So definitely don't be putting no razor on our face.
Oh my gosh, everybody! I said, put your hand out. Stop doing that. Because when you do that, you're going to cause it to come back thicker, and also you're going to cause some breakouts because the bumps that come from the razor as well. So best to get it removed by waxing or sugaring.
Um, awesome. So making sure we don't have any other questions. Also, thanks. Laser was amazing, expensive but amazing.
Mhm.
Frugal Mama. So yes, ladies, don't use your eyebrow archer
Yeah.
on your facial hair.
I don't know what Rochelle. What are you referring to? You said if you can't afford it. What are you referring to, Rochelle? What can't you afford? There's always
Oh,
other options. That's what I like about skincare. You don't have to go and get a $300 skin cream. While it's nice, I love it. I love the $300 skin cream, but there are also affordable options that work pretty nice too as well. So
yes, Tam, no eyebrow archers.
mhm, mhm.
So I just to piggyback off of Rochelle's blessings question, like outside of waxing or laser hair, like there is no other alternative, like something that we could possibly, go into the store and possibly buy. I believe
Well,
they now
when
sell wax.
I know some of my clients, they use, what is that thing called? Uh, the Nair face cream. The Nair, and you put it on, and then you leave it and you wipe it off. I know. I think I actually have some here too. I could show you.
I
Uh,
had to write that one down because I didn't know Nair had a facial cream. Okay, there you go, Rochelle's blessings. This is a recommendation. I'm with you, girl, because if I can't afford going to get my
Yeah, and it
wax
says on
on,
there, it says it's moisturizing. It removes the hair from the root, pain free. It has long lasting results, and it says that it's good for your upper lip, chin, and face. And I
got it.
think this was like $5 at Walmart.
I'm getting
So
that. I
yeah.
am definitely getting that. And the reason why, Marlene, I said no eyebrow arches on your face is because I did that. And I'm gonna tell my mama that because my mama, she was like, "Oh, just take that and just put a little lotion on it." And then I'm gonna tell my mama, like, don't do that no more. And I am going to pick up some Nair facial cream. I did not even know that they had that. I've used Nair on my legs or my armpits or stuff like that, but I didn't know that they had one for the face. So thank you so much for recommending that.
No
Do we
problem.
have any other questions? Okay, so I don't think we have any more questions at this time. I'm
Okay.
super excited. Like I am about to really go in, Marlene, on this journey of mine. And I look forward to you just probably popping in on some of my videos because I know you watch some of my videos and I appreciate you so much. But I will be bare skinned so you can just kind of see some glimpses of my journey because I'm excited just to where I am today. And I know now just implementing the tips that you've given us all, okay? This is not just for me, this is for all of us that I know now that I'm going to see even more results because I just saw results just by cleansing my face for the 3 minutes because I didn't
Mhm.
even know that was a thing. So I'm over the top excited at this point. Just getting these things, because like I said, this is not something that you feel like you can go on Google, you can look up some advice or look up whatever Google has, but be able to have the conversation with you has been an honor and a privilege. And I thank you
Aw,
so
my
much.
pleasure.
Thank you
I
so much.
just wanted to address one thing that Rochelle said. Said I can't use those things. I use normal cream and a razor. Um, it's nothing wrong with using a razor, but it's also, I would tell you guys, those of you that will use a razor, so you can't afford to use those things. It's all about using it in the right way. If you're going to use the razor, make sure you don't use the single blade. Get yourself a four, five, as many blades as you can get so that you don't have to use as much strokes, because the more strokes that you use is the faster the hair is going to grow back and the more that you're prone to getting bumps. So see if you can get a 4 or 5 blade razor, and when you're make sure you cleanse it first to make sure it's clean, then use your toner, then put on whatever it is that you're going to remove it, like whatever your shaving cream, your lotion or whatever, and then remove it. And then when it's gone, then make sure you go and do the same thing again, use some toner, and then, because that's going to kill the bacteria.
Okay. I put Frugal Mamas up here because she said that she was diagnosed with, I can't pronounce that. I'm not even gonna jack that
Yeah,
up. Ovary
polycystic
syndrome. And
polycystic
that's
ovary
causes
syndrome.
the facial hair. It
Mhm.
does it okay.
Yeah.
Um she also, let me see, she said something else here. Nair makes a facial wax too. But I really like the cream. Don't leave it on too long though, it will burn.
Hmm. Yeah,
Is
I
she
would.
meaning the cream or the wax?
She's saying she says Nair makes a facial wax. I've never used the wax. I've only ever used the cream. So I don't know about that yet, but be careful. Follow the instructions and read it. Whatever they say, don't go too far outside of that.
Okay.
Hmm.
Good razors are inexpensive with coupons too. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can use what I like to do. I'm a couponer too. So okay, so you're going to use razors. That's fine. Even all your skincare products. I like to get my stuff for free. So just try going to CVS, even Dollar General. Both of them do like a 5 for 25 or something like that on Saturdays. And you can use, if you shop there during the week, they give you the coupon and you just go back on Saturday and you take $5 off. And then if they have sales in the store, and you have points, you can wind up getting your stuff, some things for free. So I like to use that for my skincare things. Like I also use ROC. I use oil of Olay, Regenerist. Make sure when if you're going to buy things in the drugstore, buy the higher end level. If things are really cheap in the stores, for a reason. It's for a reason. They make
Mm,
money off of us, and then when we are not getting the benefit, we're like, why, why is my, why is it looking like this? You get what you pay for, unfortunately.
mhm. I have one more question
Okay,
before I
sure.
let you go, Marlene. Is I tend to, I don't know if my skin is just itchy right now, but because I just keep scratching, it makes me want to ask you this question. What can I do in alternative to touching my face? Like I'm not literally just touching my face, but if I get a scratch or something and you talking about our fingernails and the dirt and the oils that stays in our fingers. So what can I do, or is there anything I could use to kind of block my face or do something in that nature?
So what you're saying, you're getting itchiness?
Well, yeah, like if I might get an itch on my nose and or I'll scratch, or I'll just rub it or something, or on my under my eye, or if I just get a anything, if I just feel like a tingly sensation on my face, I'm a tend to want to put my hands there. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
I have the hands on the face syndrome too. Just make sure that you're always washing your hands. Use hand sanitizer, and if you have to, I keep these all the time on deck. Baby wipes. Keep your hands off your face. use some sensitive skin, what is the called hypoallergenic things. Instead of putting your hands on your face, take a wipe and use it, or a tissue, but don't use your hands.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Marlene, it has been a pleasure to have you on my platform to share you with my family with all the gems that you have brought here. It's been educational, truly. Like, if I'm telling you, this is what my pad is looking like. I don't even know if I can, like, I'm telling you, like, I'm serious about my journey, and I stepped into this realm and I don't want to play with it, just like I didn't play with my spiritual one. And so I'm just super excited for you to educate us all on how to take care of our skins and how important it is, from the water to foods that we're eating and the whole process of cleansing our face. So I just thank you so much for your time and being here with me today. I truly appreciate you.
No problem. And I want to have you and to help me because I'm not a makeup person. So I need help with makeup. So then I'll be we could do the opposite. I'll have you come on my channel and we could talk about makeup because
Absolutely.
I'm not the makeup person. I'm the skincare person. So we can help each other.
Well, it would be a pleasure even then, because I am not an MUA. I'm not certified in makeup, but I am self-taught. And I actually believe that, some of the things that I have learned along the way have truly helped me. And when I give it to other people and when I see it actually helps, I'm like, well, shoot, well, we got to go to school to get an MUA, but I get it.
Yeah.
So I definitely will look forward to that. And I thank you
Okay,
so much,
awesome.
for this whole entire collab and your willingness. Like I said, you have a beautiful heart to have that knowledge and the wisdom that you do and willing to share it with us. So I really appreciate that. I also want to shout out to everyone in the chat room. I thank y'all so much for being with us. Y'all know I love y'all so, so much. Okay. And I think I seen something go up that I just hit 500. So let me go ahead and just celebrate real quick on this live. So I really appreciate
Yes.
y'all enjoying the vibe and everything. Please, please, please go over to Marlene Reviews. I will change the title and put her in the description box of this live so y'all can go over there and check her out. I'm pretty sure she has information in her description box where you can reach out to her via email, or if you're in her area, make her your esthetician. Okay, like, I'm just super excited for all of us and our growth and our self-care and taking care of our skin and our bodies. Okay. And with all of that being said, y'all know I have to keep it 100. Definitely start on that spiritual walk, whatever it is. Definitely get in tune with your spirituality, because you're not going to know how important you are, if you just do not get in tune to that first. I feel like everything starts with a belief system. You're not going to do something until you believe it. So I'm super excited to have all y'all here. I thank y'all for hanging with us. Thank y'all so much for the congratulations. I will come back to these comments, because I know there's a lot of comments that was going on. And Marlene, if you want to, you're welcome to come back to any of the comments. Maybe there was some questions that I missed or something like that. But I thank you
Sure.
so much, Marlene, and you enjoy the rest of your day. And I can't wait to do this again with
Pleasure.
you.
It's my pleasure. Thank you all so much.
All right, y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. I love y'all so, so much. Y'all already know I do, but God loves you most. So take care until the next video. Peace.